Pop music, the genre we all know and love, didn't just appear out of thin air. It was in the mid-1950s when pop music as we know it today began to take shape. This era was a melting pot of influences, and one of the most significant was undoubtedly rock and roll. This fiery, energetic genre, with its roots in African American blues, laid the groundwork for pop music's infectious rhythms and unforgettable melodies. But it wasn't just rock and roll that set the stage. The mid-50s was also a time when youth culture began to emerge as a powerful force in society. Young people were starting to express themselves in new and exciting ways, and music became one of the primary outlets for this expression. This youthful energy and creativity breathed life into the emerging genre of pop music. Now, let's talk about some of the early artists who played a key role in shaping pop music. These were individuals who dared to experiment with novel sounds and styles, who pushed the boundaries of what was considered popular music. They were the ones who made pop music more accessible and commercialized compared to other genres at the time. These artists knew that to reach a wider audience, they had to create music that was easy to understand and relate to. They focused on crafting catchy tunes and relatable lyrics that resonated with the masses. This is not to say that pop music lacked depth or complexity. On the contrary, it was the ability of these artists to convey profound emotions and experiences through simple, catchy tunes that made pop music so unique and appealing. As pop music began to gain popularity, it also started to influence other genres. It's no surprise that the lines between pop and other genres started to blur. The genre's ability to absorb and incorporate elements from other musical styles is one of the reasons why it continues to evolve and remain relevant even today. And so pop music began to take the world by storm, one catchy tune at a time. As with everything else, pop music evolved over time, adapting to changing tastes and trends. The progression of pop music through the decades is a fascinating journey. In the early days, pop music was simple, catchy, and melodious, designed to appeal to a broad audience. As we moved into the 70s and 80s, pop began to borrow heavily from other genres. The disco era, with its flashy fashion and danceable beats, had a significant impact on pop music, leading to the creation of dance pop. Then came the punk influence. The rebellious spirit of punk seeped into pop, giving it an edgier, grittier sound. This was a time when pop music started to push boundaries, becoming more than just catchy tunes. It was also a medium for artists to express their views and challenge societal norms. Into the 90s and early 2000s, pop music underwent another transformation with the advent of rap and hip-hop. Pop artists began to incorporate rap verses into their songs, leading to a whole new subgenre of pop rap. The influence of electronic music in the late 2000s and beyond cannot be overstated. Synthesized sounds and auto-tune became staples in pop production, leading to the rise of electropop. Technology too played a huge role in shaping pop music. The advent of digital recording and editing tools allowed for more complex and polished productions. The rise of the internet and music streaming services revolutionized the distribution of music, making it accessible to a global audience at the click of a button. Through these changes, pop music has shown an incredible ability to adapt and reinvent itself. It has borrowed from a wide range of genres, yet has always managed to maintain its unique identity and broad appeal. And let's not forget the artists, the real architects of pop's evolution. From the songwriters to the singers, from the producers to the DJs, every one of them has contributed to the rich tapestry of pop music. Through all its transformations, pop music has remained a dominant force in the music industry. Fast forward to the present day, and pop music is as vibrant and diverse as ever. It's a reflection of our ever-changing society, echoing the diverse voices, cultures, and experiences that shape our world. Pop music today is an ever-evolving tapestry of sound. It borrows and blends elements from a wide range of genres, from hip-hop and electronica to country and rock. This cross-pollination of styles has given birth to a dynamic and eclectic soundscape that defies easy categorization. But it's not just the sound of pop music that's changed. The way we create and consume it has been revolutionized by the internet and social media. Artists no longer need a record deal to reach an audience. They can upload their music to platforms like SoundCloud or YouTube, and with a little luck and a lot of talent, they can find themselves with a global fan base. This democratization of music has given rise to a new generation of pop stars. They're independent, they're diverse, and they're not afraid to break the mold. They write their own songs, produce their own music, and use social media to connect with their fans on a personal level. They're redefining what it means to be a pop star in the 21st century. But perhaps the most significant change in pop music today is the role of the audience. No longer just passive consumers, fans today are active participants in the music-making process. They discover new artists, spread the word about their favorite songs, and even influence the direction of the music through their feedback and interaction with the artists. In this new world of pop music, everyone has a voice, and that's what makes it so exciting. It's a living, breathing entity that continues to evolve and adapt, reflecting the diversity and dynamism of our global society. From its humble beginnings to its current status as a global phenomenon, pop music continues to captivate audiences around the world. So, what does the future hold for pop music? The future of pop is a tantalizing mystery, an unwritten song waiting for its first note. But even though it's impossible to predict with certainty, we can make some educated guesses based on current trends and developments. Let's start with technology. As technology continues to evolve at a blistering pace, it's likely to play an increasingly significant role in the creation and consumption of pop music. Artificial intelligence, for instance, is already being used to compose songs and could become a more prominent tool in songwriting. Virtual reality concerts, on the other hand, could offer fans immersive experiences that go beyond traditional live performances. Next, let's talk about changing consumer habits. Streaming platforms have revolutionized the way we listen to music, and they're likely to continue shaping pop's future. These platforms can help new artists break out and offer established ones new ways to engage with fans. They also make it easier for listeners to discover music from around the world, which might lead to a more global and diverse pop scene. But what about the artists themselves? They're the beating heart of pop music after all. As we move forward, expect to see artists pushing the boundaries of what pop can be. They'll experiment with new sounds, blend genres, and challenge the status quo. Pop artists have always been innovators, and there's no reason to think that will change. And finally, let's not forget the power of pop music to connect us. Whether it's a catchy tune that makes us want to dance or a heartfelt ballad that speaks to our emotions, pop music has a unique ability to bring people together. As we navigate an increasingly complex world, this power of connection will be more important than ever. No matter where it goes, one thing is for sure. Pop music will continue to be a soundtrack to our lives, bringing joy, comfort, and connection to millions of people around the world.